All right, we're live. 27 minutes till the market opens. And we are on top of everything here. Daniel, good morning. Good morning, Austin. Oh, okay, there it is. Yes, okay. Good morning, Bob. Okay. All right, let's see here. I wanted to take a look at some stocks that are high on relative strength. Let's see. Adobe. I know that has low ADR. Let's see. ADR 2.7%. It can be a bit slow. Let's see. 18% in 10 bars, though. That's pretty good. Swings could be taken on Adobe. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it is on our hot list. That's good. American Eagle Outfitters, of course. Coming up on earnings. And looking beautiful and strong. Abercrombie & Fitch has been amazing. Straight up. Off of the low there, it's up 200% in 2 quarters, in half a year. App. Yeah, that's a good one. AppLovin. Avco, which is Broadcom. I think I alerted this on Friday. If anybody got it, I got it. Avco, looking good. BR. Okay, 2.2% ADR, 3% lately. Pretty choppy back and forth type movement. You'd have to really follow the moving average for your trade. Got that stair-stepping quality, which is just beautiful. I like it. BR. CAH. That's been a geyser since earnings. Went from 95 to 105 in 6 trading days. ADR very low, 1.97%. Too low. CCJ. Cameco. ADR 4%. That's a bit better. And tightening up nicely. I think we could put an alert on this one. Add alert. It's practically an entry. $40 stop. Yeah, nice little cup and handle. CCJ. Its ADR is 4%, so not superb, but good. Crowd. Isa, welcome. Dennis, what's up? Mike. CrowdStrike. Yeah, we're in crowd trade. 190. Why is that on there like double like that? What on earth? Sold. Oh, it just keeps them separate. Okay, I added on 190 to 182.5. And CrowdStrike, I believe, is up in pre. Is that right? It is, yes. Excuse me. All right, let me change the settings on my chart here a little bit. Okay, that'll work. Crowd. Dell. Actually, I think Crowd should be on my hot list, and I think it wasn't. Okay, put it on the hot list right there. Dell. Yeah. As I suspected, the ADR on Dell is 2%. Really low. Kind of just not going to work. It's good. It's good. Looks great. Great. But, good for an investment portfolio, perhaps. DraftKings. 5.2% ADR. Really awesome. Very nice. Well, anyway, it goes on the hot list. It's not an entry right now. It could become an entry. Edu at 4.18% ADR, so that's good. Edu just keeps climbing up. I mean, you could basically just get in now, and as a swing trade, expect to stop somewhere down in one of the, just pick a moving average that you want to follow and make that your stop. Just going up and up and up and up and up. And then risk size to your stop. 64.60 is where the, I believe this is the 50 or the 20. Yeah, the 20 possibly. But yeah, you don't, you want to have some buffer range there because it definitely does oscillate, and it's probably in the middle of an oscillation right now. Edu, GoDaddy. Okay, so that's a 4.1%. Okay, we're going to put that on the hot list. GoDaddy. GoDaddy, 2% ADR lately. What? With that huge earnings reaction. But the movement after that point is just too small. You know what, though? I'll put it on the list of stocks that have had a nice hot reaction. GoDaddy. KD. KD is the next one. We've got 13 minutes before the market opens. KD, 3.4% ADR. Spikes and sags. Yeah, that does not look like a good opportunity. Microsoft. Uh, 1.96% ADR, 2.5% lately, not even 3%. Definitely not near our trading point, but maybe MSFU. Let's take a look. It's exactly the same as Microsoft, but 50% more return and loss. Remember, so be careful. That brings it up to 3.6% ADR and around 3%. So I mean, if you like Microsoft and you want any kind of trades on Microsoft, MSFU is about the only thing worthwhile. Even that, not terribly exciting. I mean, it's fantastic looking, right? But it's not going to provide fast money. Put it on the hot list nonetheless. Now, NOW service now, 3% ADR. It can do 13% 11 bars. That's useful. That's useful. So we've been watching that. Now NTNX, Nutanix. This is a great chart. This is kind of like blast off points. Getting the inner pivot or trendline resistance entries on something like this is outstanding. Trendline resistance being this line, like right here. Something like that is what you could probably have drawn after many days of pullback, and then you would have gotten in at 30, 36. It's now 39 2 weeks later. So and it hasn't even broken out yet, and when it does, could provide quite a pop. NTNX, so that goes on our hot list. I want to know when it makes a new high, so I'm going to put that on there. Add alert. Morning, RJ. Yes, morning. What time is it right now? Okay. Continuing down the list, NVIDIA, 350, 3.5% ADR, not super great, but there is NVDL, I think it is, the 50% more ROI ETF. Got really great relative strength. This is going to break out. I mean, this is just right there. I mean, NVIDIA should be a buy today. I don't know how it didn't get alerted yesterday. I think we're just waiting for a bigger pullback, but sometimes you don't get it. This could really this could hit 600, 580 in like 2 weeks. It's at 480. This has got a lot of powerful movement to it, but the ticker that we're interested in is NVDL. Same thing, but 50% more return, 5.2% ADR. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a lot better. It's done 12% in the last 5 days. So that's 2.3% per day of change, rate of change on 5.2% ADR. That's really good. NVDL probably is simply an entry today. I'm going to even keep it up. I think I do have it, yeah. Just in case we break pre-market highs of 48, NVIDIA could be a trade. You'd use NVDL. PGR, Progressive. We've got 14 minutes before the market opens. PGR, Progressive, ADR is too low on that one, but it's nice looking. Pinterest, what we're doing right now, if you just tuned in, is we're going through a list of stocks with high relative strength right now in their industry and on the market. Pinterest, 3.6% ADR. What I don't like about this one is really choppy back and forth motion when it's making progress. And then outside of that, so you got that, and that's what you can hope for, is choppy kind of agonizing progress. And then second is pops that just sort of flitter and then pull back. So, the behavior of that's just not useful. You could do a long-term, like 3-year type of investment in it, up to you. But yeah, Palantir, the next one. Palantir looking great. We're in Palantir. And PNT, and that's a high ADR percent as well. PNT, ADR percent was 1.6%. That's no good. Steelcase, SCS. Steelcase, SCS, 2.7% ADR. That's too low for us. Spotify, SPOT, an okay chart. I mean, it really freaking sold off and had a lot of issues on last earnings, but it's reclaimed it since, found support above it, and it started to move and could be breaking out soon. But it has that same sort of agonizing, slow back and forth type of progress, and then a push for a couple of days. So you can catch it, and you got to try and time it, but then you get out. But it has some potential. So I'm going to put it on the hot list. The ADR is 3.6%. It's a little bit over our 3.4% kind of minimum. TT, Train Technologies, 2.6% ADR. It's just too low. Nice, decent looking chart though. Uber, Uber, 3.4% ADR. That hits our minimum, and lately it's been doing 4.4% ADR, so it's really been moving. It did 7% in the last 5 days, which is over 1% a day, 1.4% per day of progress. It does provide nice gains. Sometimes, you have a pullback day, but overall, it really can run. So Uber, I like the way it looks. I like Uber. Right now, it's already in a run, so you don't get in now. You got to pull back. You got to wait for it. It goes on your hot list. You don't make money by catching things that are already going. It's got to be on your hot list. It's all about the hot list. Hot listing is where it's at. 2% ADR on VIV. No, thank you. Look, beautiful chart though. VRT looks set up for a really good price progress. What's the ADR though? 6%. Very nice. Previously, you could rely on, if you were to enter right here, you could rely on a move of 46% in 35 days. It's like 2 months of trading time, 50% return. Very useful. This one could be a nice target for selling those put credit spreads also. So I'm going to make a note of that one because I'm going to ask later, RJ, what was that stock I was talking about? I said something about put credit spread. Yeah, we already know that. PCS. We're talking VRT. And I put a note. Don't ask RJ for shit. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't write that down. Okay, that looks really great. And it could be even a good trade, a good breakout trade with a good risk level. The risk level being only, if it were to break out, we'd be talking about 6.75% to the downside. That's excellent on a stock that's 6% ADR. I mean, 2 coin flips up to the positive and you're up 12%. Outstanding. It's just, you got to wait for that breakout moment. Here's like, for instance, if you were to get a pullback, trendline breakout entry, pullback reclaim, you could have gotten, what is this again? VRT. You could have gotten what return here if it'll let me select it. There we go. 15% in 11 bars. So that's good. It's useful. Hey, it's money. VRT, I like it. All right, just 3 more. X, steel. U.S. Steel Company. X, 2% ADR. Way too low. Good chart and all. Way too low percent ADR. Yeah. What does Moody's negative credit rating to the market mean? I guess you probably were asking. It means Biden's in office. So that's pretty much what it means. All right, XPO is another one we're looking at. 4% ADR. This one looks beautiful. It's already kind of broken out and running. We're going to have to wait for a pullback on it. Oh, and it is on our hot list. Very good. ZS, finally, which is Zscaler. Boy, I made a ton of money on this before. 2.5 years ago. It had a really nice earnings release day. We did the mega dip buy on it, and I think I pulled in, I forget what it was, 12,000, 18,000 in one trade. It was pretty great. 3.9% ADR. It's doing 4% lately. It's right at a breakout buy point with a nice little Atlas kind of cup and handle pattern forming right at the break. It's domino effect all there. Nice long base. If the market wanted to run and this thing, was ready to, it breaks out, it could do a lot. Plus, we have earnings in like a week or two. So there could add an earnings run up, some excitement there, some FOMO. There's a whole bunch of domino effect going on Zscaler, ZS, and the ADR 4%. It did 8% in the last 5 days, by the way, in price progress. That's 1.6% per day. That's some of the best we've seen. So that's very nice. Yeah, we'll talk about the market in just a second. The market's going to open in 7 minutes, but that completes the list. That is the list of high RS stocks. Very nice. We definitely are now aware of some opportunities we want to be in. Okay, I'm going to add an alert on Zscaler. It's probably going to hit like right on the open. Just be aware that, if Zscaler makes some progress at all this morning, it's acting green. That's an entry, a massive domino entry. All right, looking at the market now. Yeah, we are poised to open a little bit pulled back. We had a strong pullback starting at 8:30. Some econ data was released. I don't think my times are off, but I didn't see what the econ data was. So I'm not sure what it was. But anyway, it did pull back. And by the way, that reminds me real quick. This week we have to look forward to tomorrow. We have core inflation. Inflation tomorrow. That's a pretty decent milestone point, what would you call it? Crossroads or stop, road stop, pit stop. There's a pretty decent pit stop in the market tomorrow, and we'll see which way we go from there. I mean, I'm curious about the inflation data every time it comes out these days. It's just the most important thing. The most important thing moving the markets right now, or creating our world. I mean, it is just so important. So tomorrow, a huge number will be reported, econ number, and then of course Fed decision. When is that going to be? That's going to be next week, like just before Thanksgiving. Yeah, Wednesday, at 2 p.m. FOMC minutes being released. Oh, that's fucking nice. That'll be peachy. All right, and then we've got on Wednesday we got PPI and retail sales also. So tomorrow and Wednesday together, inflation data, because you got overall inflation data, and then you got PPI, which is producers index, which is sort of like wholesale inflation and like pre-pipeline to retail inflation, which is even more leading than the prior day, tomorrow, Tuesday's data, which is just flat, straight out inflation. But both very important, and both will move the markets, and probably even tomorrow will move the markets more. It's popular. All right. So anyway, the market today, what to expect? Well, we've got those road stops throughout the week to watch out for, but today we actually have, if we were to pull back, which is possible from the open, if we were to have a bit of a consolidation day today, that would be fine. But the nice thing is there's like 4 days of support key levels nearby right below us. That's just wonderful, and that could turn into something that sags and bases and gives a little bit of lasting support going on. So even if we go red, I don't think it's really going to be very bad, unless until tomorrow when the inflation data comes out. And even then, boom, we could just take off. Who knows which way that's going to go. But today we could definitely be consolidating. To run another day would be extraordinary, and you should be prepared for that. And I think a key level for that would be to break pre-market high. Pre-market pivot high, the most recent pre-market pivot high, which is 377.85 on the Qs. But you could go with also Friday's high, which was 378.40. So, but it's easier for whatever you're watching, SPY, whatever it is you're watching. Whatever breaks over Friday's high, that'd be a good trigger for some. That'd be serious strength. It could also turn out to be a fake out, so be on the defensive and size your risk accordingly. We are, taking off. We're in the next run. We had a couple of days of consolidation there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Friday, boom, started moving. So if we do keep moving today, you gotta get on board real fast. But if it turns out to be a fake out, get out right away, because there's nothing you can do with a fake out. And then if it goes back up and breaks the high again, then of course you got another potential signal. I mean, this is death by 1,000 cuts. This is how you try to time things. But you can either take it small, or you continue to wait on the sidelines for a perfect signal, like a trendline resistance break on a pullback, maybe in a week or two. So you have a lot of different things you can do. As far as anything hot this morning, any stocks, zip, zilch, zero, there's nothing. There's about 30 stocks that come up on the scan. None of them are the right what's the word? The right variables for us to be interested. It's all crap. Just tons and tons of crap. Except Boeing. Actually, Boeing is up, but we're not interested because it's like 1.7% ADR. You see, so I'm saying there's just nothing for us this morning. There might be something for anybody who wants Boeing, or companies that or if you like playing slots. But yeah, we don't play that kind of game here. We play safe, nice, smooth, controlled, risk managed trading. Neo, yeah, I'm not gonna look at that right now. Oh, Netflix just popped. Not sure why. Netflix just popped. A couple trades going on there, and it's up like 2 points already. We have some of that. Nvidia dropping. So, and then what is this? Apple popping. So Apple and Netflix popping for gosh knows what reason, because the rest of the market is not. And we've got 40 seconds before the open. Looks like Palantir might be popping too. I'm going to pull that. Oh, I already have it up. Okay. Palantir's not necessarily popping. It's just, I guess it's up in pre-market or something. I don't know. That could be incorrect. No, it's not. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong column. I was looking at PL open instead of PL day. I mean, Thinkorswim, you got to, hand it to it. It's pretty darn good. Okay, 5 seconds to market open. Here we go. That's got to be 5. Okay. All right. Stuff is happening. Apple going up, Nvidia going down. Remember, we were talking about Nvidia could give a signal today. That's not happening. S&P 500 green, growth stocks red. Q's red, S&P 500 green. Oh, let me get back to the correct chart for you guys on TikTok. There you go. SPY green. The Q's reclaiming. So a little bit of okay. CCJ. We were looking at this pre-market. CCJ just alerted. That was one that we liked the chart on. Let's pull that up. CCJ double alerting now. Oh yeah, I love it. Love it. I just risked to the bottom of today, 42.40. So like 60 cents of risk on CCJ. Remember, we don't know what the market's going to do. Progressive exposure. Watch out. Keep things small if need be. All right, it is just flying. CCJ, this is that a little bit of a domino breakout. This is a blue sky breakout on CCJ for a swing trade, not really an intraday trade, unless the thing, on rare occasion does, days worth of progress intraday. Then you got a swing trade that turned into a day trade. Fine. But yeah, there she blows. All right, and what is Palantir doing now? Palantir, what are you doing? All right, so wiggling around. All right, and Microsoft, Netflix, just all over the map there. Avgo, I got to take a look at that. That's one of our positions. Nvidia with a reclaim. Remember, Nvidia could be a signal. So let's go take a quick look at Nvidia. Yep, there we go. Somebody just mentioned Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia. It's NVDA is the ticker. When we talk about Nvidia. Yeah, on the daily chart, that's a breakout entry on Nvidia with a stop at 481, 485, $4 of risk. Nvidia, NVDL would be different. It's about 3% of risk, I guess you could say. Let's see, NVDL, we want, you son of a bitch. Okay, come on. Friggin' charts take so long. NVDL stop would be maybe 97. Let's see. Come on. 97. Yes. It's at 98. So $1.30 of risk. All right. Entry on NVDL for me. Just a quick glance at rates. I know some of you are in the long treasuries like myself. I'm hedged right now. And it looks like that's a good idea because rates are going up as well, which is so strange about this market right now. Rates continue to go up. Well, tomorrow will be a big adjustment because we're going to get the inflation data. But that should put pressure on the growth markets and markets in general, rates going up. And in fact, I think we're seeing that now. S&P 500 failing out. I'm trying to take a look at this trade here. Okay. Yeah, I still like that NVIDIA entry, but it could fail out now that the market is failing. The market is failing out on us. I probably will go ahead and exit NVIDIA if I just get any further pullback, and I'll just wait to get back in, unless it just goes. It is going, so all right. That's providing a little bit of padding on the entry. That's fine. Gold's just negligible. Oil negligible. The VIX, it's hard to get a reading from the VIX right now. Oh, Zscaler may have alerted. We were talking about that one as well. Let's see if it's pulled back with this red market. Yeah, that is an entry signal on Zscaler. And then you could put your stop all the way down to the bottom of the prior day. That'd be responsible. 168, and it's at 175 potential entry right now. But it's like 95% retrace the opening range. So just wait a minute. It could just break down on us, which could become a 5-minute dip by entry. And gonna go check on NVIDIA. CCJ, I guess, is doing all right. Well, NVIDIA's hanging in there. Let's look at the general market. Yeah, I think the market's going to be red today. That's what it seems to be behaving like. It could be a rotation into safety before big inflation numbers tomorrow. That could be what's going on. Taking profits, moving that money over to safety, hedging. Move to cash as a form of hedging. And so that's what maybe we're in for today. A lot of stuff just chopping away out there, but the markets themselves dropping. Yeah, SPY is dropping, and like I said in pre-market this morning, I do believe there's just a lot of congestion lower than here, and so there could be some bouncing, there could be some support today, and then that could lead to further solidifying support for tomorrow. Although inflation can cut through support, we know that. But yeah, we're about 10 minutes into the market open now. And, the market has a ways to go. With this red that it has moved so far off to open, however much it's moved, it could move 5 times this distance and still be healthy and moving into the support levels. So don't think the day can't get worse. Oh, it can. But it actually would not constitute a bad day. It's just that's the market. We're currently projecting a similarly average volume day on the markets. But that's only 10 minutes in, so definitely take it with a grain of salt. All right, Netflix is popping. Netflix just made a new high of the day. Also, NVIDIA with some support. Just above the low of the day. A little bit of bounce. Maybe it means it gets all the way back up, similar to what Netflix did. But it's NVIDIA. It's not a laggard. It's going to do its own thing. If it wants to break down, that could happen. And NVIDIA is getting really close to breaking down. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. Unless we get some extraordinary bounce. I'm going to give it, 60 seconds or so. Let's see. $481 is currently the low of the day. Like I said, the market could go 5 times farther than it's gone so far to the downside. Meanwhile, S&P 500 has found some support over the last 5 minutes. But the growth market, Qs, not really. It keeps making lower lows. Okay, the VIX is now looking like it's going to give some positive divergence, some bullish divergence. That's a very good sign. It's good, it's good to be watching all your gauges. Yeah, Microsoft's good. It's just, we wouldn't swing trade it. It might be a good investment. If you do get into something like Microsoft, make sure you're in it for you know, I mean, again, this is not, financial advice, but, that's something you would just invest in for life, you like a bank account, your savings account, just Microsoft. Not necessarily because of their, history, but it's, in big part due to their commitment to AI and commercializing it. VIX goes up, Mark. Oh, sorry. Did I say up? No, I said the VIX is positively diverging, which is a bullish sign. And yes, the VIX goes down when the market goes up, or vice versa. By vice versa, I mean if the market goes up, the VIX may go down. And then vice versa, of course. Yeah, if the VIX goes up, the market goes down. I mean, so, yeah, they're opposite each other. VIX is just like level of, I don't know what you want to call it, level of craziness on the market. It really is that. It's a bit of, it's volatility, how crazy, how chaotic, the market is. And the VIX is positively diverging, bullish. So that's an interesting little hidden signal. The VIX always providing interesting hidden signals. Well, all right, let's move into the group. That's 15 minutes into the open, and we're on the ball. If you want to know what is interesting when it's happening, that'll be in the group, and all of our members, we share information with each other and work together as a group to stay on top of opportunities and to manage our trades. Okay. Have a good day, everybody. Click the link in my bio if you're interested in anything. All right. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Have a great, start